Are you ready? Hey, welcome to the Scanner Brain live stream. We haven't been around recently, but we're back today, and there is a lot going on. We have a lot to cover. We're going to listen to Zone 4, Zone 6. We are going to take a look at what happened last night. Very interesting, very exciting stuff that happened last night. We're going to take a look at that. And then, of course, we're going to monitor the zones as we go along tonight. We're going to go with Zone 4. Zone 4 is downtown. Let me bring up the screen. Share screen. We want to go there. Let's bring in the screen. There we are. So we're going to list Zone 4 is here, downtown. Zone 6, way out this way, more southwest side, actually further down there, southwest side down here. So we're going to concentrate on those two areas. Those are the areas that have the most excitement, if you want to call it that, most excitement on a regular basis in Chicago. Let's get this a little bit better organized. Let's go size it up. There we go. So right now we have Zone 4 on. We'll listen to Zone 4, see what we have going on. I want to talk about what happened last night. Last night was amazing. I'm going to bring up a video, and I have to say that adults only. It's a bit disturbing, but I think it merits watching. So let's take a look. This is going to be right next to the Chicago Board of Trade downtown. Let me start all over again. A group milling around. Watch this area right here. This guy right here, I think. He reaches, everybody gets out of the way, and then bang, 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 bang. This guy takes off. One guy goes down. This guy's down. So there's two down. We'll continue to watch. This is across the street, literally across the street from a prison, the MCC, the Metropolitan Correctional Center. It's also kitty corner from a federal building. Chicago Board of Trade is right across the street. Prison Chicken is over here too. It's a chicken place right across from prison. Now watch this group here. They come back out with a gun and continue to work on this guy over here. You can see more shots fired. They ended up putting 11 into this guy and took him out. This guy, they kind of mill around. They pick him up. I don't know the status. I don't quite know what happened. But watch on the right side of the screen over here. You'll see these guys pick this guy up, and then they take him away. Another group comes in on this side to tend to this guy. Bottom left, you'll see someone run into the screen. Looks like he's bringing in some sort of medical equipment. I don't know. And I don't know how long it takes for the police to get here. I don't think the video's that long. But this is what happens in Chicago on a regular basis. This happens. Here comes this person with, maybe that's a phone. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it's probably a phone. Got to live stream that, no doubt. Yeah, this guy's coming over here to get, this is the blood over here from the person they took away. This guy was DOA. He was shot 11 times. There's just a few more minutes. Some bystanders come along and they want to take a look, see what's going on. This guy's dead as a doornail. Some lady comes running up here and she seems very distraught. This guy as well. See, this car pulls up, and this might have been one of the cars that was involved in the actual shooting itself. They take off. A lot more people pour in. I don't know exactly what happened, what the affiliations of any of these people were. All I know is he's DOA. So that was last night. Tonight, we have the three elements that make for an exciting Chicago weekend. We have heat. We have Chicago. And it's very humid. Oops, what did I just do there? I managed to kill that, and I don't know how. There we go. That's a little weird. It's Chicago, and it's hot. And it's the weekend. It's Saturday night. So we're going to listen to these zones. Zone 4 is up. Let's add Zone 6, which, as we know, is Southwest Side. For those regular viewers, that's Southwest Side.
Suicide, 7805 South Sawyer. Caller's not on scene, but said her brother, Kendrick Carroll, 56 years of age, who suffers from depression, called her yelling that he was going to kill himself. She didn't know how. Unknown weapons, and doesn't look like fire is rolling.
That's just noise. We're going to leave that go.
And any CIT officers that can take a ride, 7805 South on Sawyer, please.
6 and 4. Well, glad you're here anyway. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, rock the clown, and drop a comment in the chat. Anything you can do to help keep the live stream going, keep things alive, make your weekend more interesting and more exciting. You get to know Chicago a little.
724.
724 is calling a car, and that's the response.
Well, this originally came over as an assist a citizen. 1253 West 74th Street. Angela said there was some type of wildlife in her house. I don't even know. Now she called back and they're saying it's a burglary just occurred. She says something strange is going on because things are out of place and windows are now open. She's going to be waiting on the porch.
That's interesting. Can't even spell. I'm trying to type in "ask me anything" and I can't even spell that correctly. Let's pin that. One thing I did want to talk about tonight was anyone that's familiar with the channel knows that the first video that I ever made was about the
831.
fatal.
Lower well 34.
Was about the fatal shooting of Ella French. The Chicago police officer was killed at 69th and Bell on the Southwest Side. The dispatcher that night was Keith Thornton, and he became nationally famous for his good work. He saved one police officer's life. Two were shot. Saved one police officer's life by arranging the
disturbance 7700 block South Trumbull. They're having a block party. Mr. Washington, a male black, dark complexion, 5'9" heavy set, who drove a silver Jeep Cherokee. He's under influence. Features slurred.
Yeah, so is mine. Keith Thornton did a masterful job that night, assisting Ella French, get transportation from the other shot officer to the hospital. And he had become very vocal about Chicago, the lack of support for the police, the lack of prosecution from the prosecutor's office, was a frequent critic of the mayor. He came under heavy scrutiny. He had been Fox News several times, and he has since resigned from the Office of Emergency Management, is what it actually is for the dispatchers. He has since resigned. He and I have been in contact on several of the occasions. I'm going to try to get him on the show if he still wants to do it. Now that he's not a part of the city, he may be less reluctant to come on, more willing to come on and speak his mind. I think it'll be an excellent broadcast.
33. This time we're going to need to code Bishop Ottawa I-20 2614 West Seat. Sirius XM was tracking a 2008 Great Dodge Charger. Last location was going to be in Evergreen Park at 9306 South Richmond. They've been notified.
We're just going to let it breathe a little bit tonight. We got on here early, usually go on around 10ish, but we got here a little early tonight. I want to see how things play out. I want to see how things develop. I want to know what's happening in certain parts of the city. We're going to go from west side, south side, downtown, and we're going to see how that plays out. I do believe that there is a concert tonight at Soldier Field. Or Northerly Island. I might be wrong. I'll have to double check on that, but I think there is a think there was a concert tonight.
He said I made some person have a lot of time on it, 744 North Clark. We don't have a call back to find out if, he found his friend. 824-825, trespassing, Farmers Subway, 5853. He's a key to a homeless man trespassing in the store, refusing to leave. We got a previous report from a female Hispanic, pink and black pants, no weapons, on 6 or 8 station, please.
Let me get this shareable link.
1111 North Cherry, 4 batteries occurred at Amazon. Caller says his employee was attacked by a male black, 6 feet, black shirt, black jeans, punched him in the face. The offender left in a navy blue car.
Okay, we'll see how that works out.
Harrison, you can 14 call that
I
one.
want to go to that.
Why don't you put the commercial alarm at Wabash, the Starbucks on my body. Kill that one too.
Hey, I'm also going to drop the auto alarm at 14th and Wabash.
I want to know where 19 Paul, we talked about 19 Paul before. 19 Paul is sort of a catch-all for lower priority calls, fireworks, loud music, minor disturbances, those sorts of things. On Friday and Saturday night, they usually get 19 Paul, so it's just a phrase for how they're just going to code these things out. I know that doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense.
31 has a lot of time. A battery just occurred, 65 West Kinsey. Homeless male punched a customer. They are probably gone by now. Got a lot of time.
I'm going to stay here some stuff in code.
No helicopters tonight that I have heard of. I haven't heard anything as far as any choppers in the air. Doesn't mean we're not going to have it, but you never know. You can follow me on Twitter at the Scanner Brain. All my social media is going to be Scanner Brain or Scanner Brain 312. Twitter is a little different with the Scanner Brain. And also, don't forget Scanner Brain merch. We have an exciting new fall collection. Back to things. Let's see if there's anything new, anything live, anything happening. Let's try. I don't want that. I want to go Choco Scanner. couple things I want to talk about. The crime in Chicago itself, I want to talk about, and the start of the weekend. So we start the weekend the way the way it's calculated is Friday night at 5 o'clock starts the weekend, and we've had 4 killed and 22 shot so far. We just saw the video of the shooting in the Loop, right near the Board of Trade, right near the prison, right near the federal building. And Paul Vallis, you can see up on my Twitter feed right here. Paul Vallis is running for mayor of Chicago. Paul Vallis, good man. He's been around a long time. He, however, is not running a very strong campaign. We'll see how things play out.
South Indiana, all of the fire equipment returns for quarter.
A lot of these are from last night. This is an interesting video. It's about a week old, but we didn't get a chance to take a look at it. So let's take a look at this video. This is from about a week ago. It'll take just a second to load. Cops are chasing this guy down. This guy in the fancy shirt comes running along, gets involved. Now the cops swarm this guy. But if we watch this again, this guy almost loses it on the pole. Watch him when he runs. They trip him. Bang. He really hit that pole hard.
Oh my God.
Let's watch it one more time. Trips him. Chases him down. Pushes him. Trips him. Look, those are some good moves.
Oh my God.
I don't know
Oh the
story behind it. I don't know why he was involved, but he did a really nice job. Slowed that guy down. We also have, I'll bring this one up too. In Libertyville, Illinois, which is west of Chicago, a little northwest of Chicago, you got a plane decided to land right in the middle of the expressway, right in the middle of the highway. There he is. He apparently had some engine trouble and found himself a nice stretch of street and landed. God bless him. Did a fine job. We still have Zone 4, Zone 6 up. We can scroll here, see if there's anything interesting here. That's old. Looks like...
one with the backlog of occurred at the Green Line, Satan Lake, Parker 1 in Wabash and Randolph. Burglar report 320 North Michigan, assault in progress, Michigan and Washington. Parker 1 400 East Randolph, person with a knife, Clinton and Adams. Disturbance 120 South Riverside Plaza. Reckless driver, whacker in LaSalle, criminal trespass in progress 560. Crenshaw, battery in progress 2031 South Clark. Battery in progress 2007 South Prairie. All pending in 1 with the backlog. Pending in 18 with the backlog. Commercial alarm 1630 North Kingsbury. Music disturbance 1255 West Belden. Disturbance 1200 North Dearborn. Disturbance 8 Walton. Auto PI at Lurie Children's. Auto PD at Wabash, Chicago. A felon at Chicago and Wabash. Battery just occurred 633 North Michigan. Person down 445 East Ohio. Person down 444 North Wabash. Music disturbance Michigan and Ohio. Auto PD granted Columbus and a depth investigation at Northwestern.
Anyone listening, if you could let me know in the chat how the audio is, if you can hear the scanner well enough, if you can hear myself well enough, anything you can do to contribute in the chat would be more than welcome. I appreciate it.
1883.
Thank you.
You want to give me those 2 on the F?
We have a new member of the Scanner Brain community. It's from Rearing Riddance. He became an Ombre. The Ombre's $3.19 a month. It gives you access to a whole bunch of stuff. Previews of videos that are coming up. And you also get a chance to contact me, ask me any questions anytime you want. You get my private email that I only give out to members. Ask me any question anytime.
1821.
You get first shot at new merch stuff. You get a 10% discount on merch. You get that's going to be Zone 6. Let's go take a look at that. We say 35th.
What you saw when I get anything out of any of those 30 shooters.
That's crazy. All right. that up.
863 boy, we'll head over there.
Boy, I got you rolling. Thanks.
31st and Kaminsky. We're just gonna
34.
take a look at this, drop down, and
834.
see what's going on. We'll hover this for a little while. See if I can chase out. We want to stay in the area.
All right, 10-4, thanks everybody.
something.
This is 34 over there. 34, then I just got a disturbance back down the beat. 3234 West 84th for a.
Wow.
This will be easy to code. A couple people sitting and drinking on the roof of their car.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Let's go back to the topic from earlier, which was Crime Chicago. The best website to track murders, shootings, stabbings, death, the mayhem in Chicago is a website called HeyJackass.com. You can see right here, it's known, they're calling this the Summer of Joy. Now, they're saying this obviously facetiously. Oh, my big fat head's in the way. The Summer of Joy was what Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, determined that the summer was going to be, a Summer of Joy. Well, the Summer of Joy started on May 27th. That would be Memorial Day weekend. Up until today, we have 162 people killed in the Summer of Joy. Year to date, we have 382, which is a little bit lower than it was last year, I believe. Just a hair lower. But still, 382, and we're at the beginning of August.
Yeah, 6-year boy, I don't know if this guy is a zebra or what, but the same guy just called again, said the exact same thing, and they kept hanging up.
10-4.
Not worth following. And as you can see here, shot and wounded.
All right, 7 gas not busy. At 7, I got a person with a gun, 7-1 in Marshfield, 71st Marshfield, male black, in a pickup truck, brandished a gun. I got no further description.
71st in Marshfield.
6-3 boy, 10-4.
Stars in Marshfield. We'll just down here for a little bit. We had some brandished a gun here. Just a few minutes. We'll hang around here and see what shakes out. Back to Jackass.com. Besides the 382 killed, we have 1,731. It's 1,731 that have been wounded. Shot and wounded. Total shots, so that combines the wounded and the killed. We have over 2,000. 414 homicides so far this year. I like HeyJackass.com because they do have a bit of a sense of humor about this. Person is murdered every 12 hours in Chicago. 12 hours and 44 minutes in Chicago. A person is shot every 12 hours and 29 minutes. Well, a person is shot every 2.5 hours in Chicago. That's the average. He does a magnificent job breaking down where all these incidents occurred. He also maps tells about too. Jackass.com. He is the definitive word on who's shot and who's killed. If you look here, the homicide map right next to the guy that's the Chicago flag, the Summer of Joy, and where they were shot at. Back over on the right hand side over here, Garfield Park, 29 homicides. That's west side. Inglewood with 35 homicides. That's the southwest side. We have Austin, and that's west side. South Shore, south side again. Humboldt Park, west side. Auburn, Gresham, south side. So the murders in Chicago are divvied up between the south side and the west side. Chicago doesn't really have an east side.
7114
But
Vincennes,
it's the lake.
male Hispanic bald, black shirt, black jeans, trying at him. No weapons. Apparently the caller had locked the guy inside the gas station, and then
Interesting.
he went outside somehow.
Hey, Jackass will give you the racial breakdowns. It'll give you the male-female breakdown. Obviously, more males are being shot. Obviously, more black versus Hispanic and white. He also has a shot in the junk meter, if I can find it. It's around here somewhere. One thing we always like to talk about are the mass shootings. And in 2022, In mass shootings, we've had 69 people killed in mass shootings in Chicago. There are 1 incident, 9 shot, 7 people shot in 1 incident, 6 shot in 1. Now take a look at this. 5 people shot in 1 incident that happened 7 times this year. 4 shot. That happened 18 times. Triple shots, hat tricks, 45 times. 45 times. 2 people shot in incidents happened over almost 200 times in Chicago. It's really, really quite remarkable. Down here you have shot in the ass-o-meter, 88, and then 23 people have been shot in the junk, 30 selfies. So HeyJackass.com has terrific insights. Let's take a look. Anything that we have going on? Kind of quiet as of right now. Haven't heard anything really interesting come on board. We had 71st and Marshfield on the southwest side was just someone flashing a gun, which happens constantly. Oh, this is interesting. PH2, which is a helicopter. We haven't heard much from PH2. They're having a little trouble contacting the Zone 3 has new radios. So here's where we are as far as the radios go in Chicago. 13 zones, and a handful of them are encrypted with new radios. So encrypted means that they are obviously go out encrypted, but they're not released to the public for 30 minutes. People are up in arms about this. They think that, and rightfully so, that they're not being transparent. They are not. They're hiding something. Some people say it's a good thing because they don't know where the cops are at. Not a lot of information really gets transferred over the radio. Mostly it comes through on the screen inside the car, the computers inside the car. So that's been changing. However, as far as it affecting our show, we can get. I would prefer that they all went over to encrypted, so then I have all the channels in one space, and I'm not getting some that are 30 minutes and some that are live. Because what we listen to right now is as it happens, it's live. Now, however, if we did say that we're going to go with the encryption, we can have the encryption will be 30 minutes late, and that's fine because we can do a show, and then at the same time, video starts to come out. Tweets start to come out. Information about the shooting starts to come out. So it'll actually sync up a little bit better to do a live show than is happening right now, where things are delayed. We hear about an incident, and then slowly the information comes in. We're on a couple of weeks ago. There was a shooting in Chinatown. 3 people were shot. We were there on the scene immediately after it happened, and then all the video started coming later. Shift change. We're going.
Today we're busy short, and I appreciate all you guys do. Stay safe. Have a great night. You too, bud.
Shift change usually happens right at 10 o'clock. So they're cranking it up now. They'll have roll call. They'll get everybody rolled out in the street. They'll get everybody swapped out.
Unit coming in.
7544 Mary. Can you please give me a premise check at the Chicago Theater? Show me, sir.
7301 Sam.
Oh, stand by. 7301 Sam. Henry 142. Henry 142. Henry 142. Hey, so you guys, the job that you handled at Adams and State, that was something totally separate from this male Nestor that's saying that he was robbed. Yes, Rod. We had a female that got a battery on Lake and State at the train station. And she lives on State and Randolph, but she left and is going to do a report at the station. No idea what the robbery concern that has nothing to do with it. We didn't answer after that.
Information for the police.
Little overlap. No big deal.
6035164, please come.
Number 3.
We had a shooting earlier. I believe, let me double check where it was. Southwest side, near southwest side. I'm going to see if I can find Fam on here. Fat Albert is a guy, MJ fan. Fat Albert's a guy that runs around the city at night,
551 Charlie.
gathering video of crime scenes during the day as well. And this was a shooting from earlier. Let me see if I can find this.
824.
You're 99.
There you go. This from earlier. This was the video that we had watched earlier. This is more follow-up video of the scene. Let's take a look at that. We had watched the video earlier of the people that were shot.
All units, please stand by. Let's have an emergency service. I have updated to Circuit 24. She's 99 to detective well-being on 11th Street. Music complaint on 11th Street. Detective well-being on 14th Street. Partial alarm on 14th Street. Detective well-being on site.
I'm going to shut down the scanner momentarily and take a look at this again. Now, from the video that we had earlier, we saw where the guys were in the parking lot. They were in this parking lot, and then all hell broke loose. This is a prison. This is a jail right here. The federal building is right back here, and the camera that we saw was up on the camera view that we had was up on this roof. This was the guy that was shot in that parking lot, and it was a bad scene. What I may do is run back to back. I'll show both videos. This guy was shot 11 times. He was DOA. I want to tell you a little story about that parking garage and what happens around here too. Someone remind me to tell that story. Camera was mounted up here, and they have video of the shooting that occurred in this parking lot. I am going to shut this down. This was the shooting here. Let's take a look at it again. This was the shooting itself. We want to keep an eye right here. Keep an eye on right here. And watch this guy. He goes down. This guy's still shooting. He backs away. He runs away. There must have been gunshots exchanged. Let's take a look at it again. Keep an eye here. Keep an eye here. These two guys are jawboning. And guns come out. Shots fired. This guy goes down. Boom. And this guy goes down. So this guy's laying here. This guy's laying here. Now we'll let this play out. This car backs out. This guy's struggling a bit. So's this guy, obviously. The video quality is not good, but it is. Now watch here over on the right-hand side of the screen. We have someone comes wandering, like backpedals over here, comes up here. I think this is his buddy, and I think there's someone hiding over here. Watch this guy. They just finished him off. It's a slaughter. 1, 2, 3 shooters, 4 shooters. They're just unloading in this guy. This must have been his buddy. Some sort of beef goes on here. One shoots. This guy goes down. Now they drag him away and take him away. This guy is the one that's laying on the ground. So we're on top of the parking garage right here, looking down into that lot. So we have the Chicago Board of Trade. We have a prison, the Metropolitan Correctional Center, and we also have a federal building, which is right across the street. This is all happening right across the street from those. This guy comes up and apparently feels it's a good idea to live stream this, perhaps. Then he comes over here and gets a shot of the blood. And then skedaddles. Comes back over here. I guess it's good to live stream the dead person. I don't know what platform would accept that, but it is what it is. Now, this car, which I think may have been involved in the shooting, because that car pulled up and then backed away. Now they head out. Then, this was the aftermath. This was the rooftop where that video we watched came from. This is the guy that was laying there. This is that parking lot. What we may do, what we will do, is we're going to get a good look at this from ground level. So I'll show you where we are at in the city. I believe this is 430 South Clark. That is jail. I'll show you that. Get out of here. 30. 30 South Clark. Let's take a look at it. Let's get right on the street. The building is the correctional. Is it the shooting occurred? Let's see, which parking lot was it? The shooting occurred right here, right in this spot right here. So when we were looking at it before, the video is shot from up here. Maybe it was this top of this building. There's a camera on here somewhere that was shooting that. Anyhow, this is the parking lot where the shooting occurred. Right here in this lot. This guy's laying right here. Right behind you is jail. That's the Metropolitan Correctional Center. This parking garage for the Metropolitan Correctional, that's the Fed building. That's a federal building right there. That's Chicago Board of Trade. So you're right in the heart of the business district and the legal district of the South Loop. I can sync this up if we come back here. We move up here. That is the exact spot that you're seeing on your screen right now. That's the exact spot. That's where he's laying. That exact spot. I want to show you what this block looks like. It's not pretty. So naturally, we have a pawn shop. This pawn shop had its own TV show for a little while. Royal Pawn. That's what they called it. This is an SRO, a men's only hotel. Liquor store. And believe it or not, they got some awesome chicken here. We used to call this prison chicken. Awesome little chicken strips. But anyhow, this is where all that occurred. So if you're curious as to what a neighborhood looks like where some of these things happen, this is it. There are a lot of gang members that gather in this area because the Metropolitan Correctional Center right here, believe it or not, has no bars on the windows. But they gather there because they're getting people in and out. They're coming to see people, all those sorts of things. And the ladies like to climb up on top of this parking garage and twerk and dance for their guys in the jail. The guys know that. So now you have a gathering of people and you have conflicts and gang conflicts, and someone says something to someone and someone gets shot, and that's how it all kicks off. But remember, this is a jail. You can see the wires up here to keep people from climbing up. And then that is a federal building, and that's the Chicago Board of Trade. It's quite remarkable that it occurred there. But it happens all over the city. I shouldn't really say that. Let me see what we're doing here. Let me scroll real quick through here and see if we have anything new. And let's get scanner audio back up too, since we were investigating that crime.
5554 Henry.
5554 Henry.
Union here on 151 North State. Can I give you a name?
Henry.
161 North State.
Just take the Illinois license number, please.
550 you home. 5554 Henry, where are you at?
151 North State. I'm here with a guy with a needs ambulance.
We'll put you on that one.
151 North State. I'm here with a guy with a needs ambulance.
We'll put you on that one. 5554 Henry, go to you.
151 North State. I'm here with a guy. Mary 30.
We'll put you on that one. 5554 Henry, go to you.
151 North State. I'm here with a guy. Mary 30.
We'll put you on that one. 5554 Henry, go to you.
151 North State. I'm here with a guy. Mary 30.
Let's bring the scanner
Be a rapid
back up.
7 West 71st Street from the Dr.
Okay.
See if we have.
District Sergeant as well.
We have at 41 West 110th Street, far south side.
Sergeant in one.
We have two shot. 39-year-old male and a 29-year-old male. This is 51 minutes ago, so a little under an hour ago. One shot in the neck. Don't know the status of that, but we can take a look at that. 41 West 110th Street. Let's try that. Let's take a look at that. West 110th Street. Fly out and fly in. So maybe we'll get some more information. We had shooting right here. We had two down. Let's take a look at this block. Let's take a look at this neighborhood. Vacant lot. That's 45. We're looking for 41. That's 39. So it was this vacant lot right here. We had two shot right here in this block in the vacant lot. This happened a little under an hour ago. Let's see if there's anything new. Mental health disturbance. The way I do a lot of this is the Twitter feed will show me some things that I may have missed that were on a zone that we're not listening to. And then I can follow up and take a look at those, and we can go to the scene of some things, because a lot of times we can get in on the ground, take a look at it, and then we get some video and familiarize ourselves with it, and then we can see some video on it. And here we have one here. This is a little old. This was during the day, and this is going to be 26. You'll have to forgive me. Let's go to trip. Take a trip. What the hell happened there?
5752.
Come on. I don't know why it won't go.
142. Third party callers. Her friend and a child's father are fighting. They refuse EMS. The victim's name is Teresa, 8 District 16.
Henry 142, go ahead.
You were rolling an ambulance, correct?
Okay. So, let's have a.
Henry 146, ambulance 11 is en route.
So we can see here. We can take this. We're going to go to this exact address. Let's get down the street and see what's going on. So there was a shooting here earlier, and it was 2656 Trip. So it's this house. 2656 Trip.
Elderly female white.
So this is the block. This is where it occurred. And now, is that a cop car? No. And now let's take a look at what is happening down on the street, or what happened earlier on the street. Let's take a look at it. This is this scene. We have two shot, one shot killed, one shot in the neck was killed. We mentioned that earlier. And this is the scene. Go back and forth. We want to. Fam's just showing the whole block.
Yeah.
But I think when he comes back the other way, obviously they cordoned him off and he can't get in there. So he's showing us what the crime scene looked like at that time. That's all he can really do. He can't get inside of there. These are neighbors poking around. We can take a look if we can find this store. Let's take a look at that. I don't see the store on the corner. He must have been down the block. That's probably a funeral home. So he was stuck down the block. But anyhow, there was a male 41 was shot and killed here. That was about 7 hours ago. Van was probably down here when he took that video. Yeah, he was down this block. That's as close as he could get.
Yeah.
I don't know where it occurred, but it occurred in this home or outside that home. I'm not sure. That was 7 hours ago. Nothing new there. Nothing all that exciting. Yeah, I don't care about that. That's my guy, but we want to go and get the most recent stuff. This was just stuff that Paul Vallis was mentioning earlier. The scanner, let's bring that back up. Let's bring the scanner back up.
114.
114.
Yes, what? Central's getting the gas on iron, please.
10 points, sir.
A little quiet. Let's bring in West Side too. So we're going to do South Side, West Side, and downtown. Miserable zone 10.
Can I be that number?
10 4. Video event number 15686. 15686.
If anybody's listening, make sure my audio is okay. I want to make sure I'm not echoing. I've had an echoing problem, so if anybody's listening in the chat, you'd be a real mensch if you could help me out and let me know if you're hearing any echo, how the audio is. I am going to take a look myself.
Thank you.
This is 10, 15, 16 South Street. Group of males outside. 2 of them have guns. One's wearing a gray tank top, gray pants. Second one is... Today, I have a text being on 34th Street, 3627 West 85th Place. Caller states an unknown female named Mercedes Ramsey, who is 36, showed up in front of her home, undressed with no shoes on. Female seems disoriented or under the influence. Callers have been in touch with the family members through social media hours ago that never contacted her back. Callers have been in touch with the family members through social media hours ago that never contacted her back. Callers have been in touch with the family members through social media hours ago that never contacted her back. Callers have been in touch with the family members through social media hours ago that never contacted her back.
That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's echoing or not. I can't tell. Anybody help me out. Tell me in the chat whether or not you're hearing any echoing. Otherwise, I'm going to say no, and we're going to march forward. We're going to continue on. We are going to soldier on. That's old. I'm kind of old. We are going to soldier on, friends.
Henry, 142, good to go.
This is where the 41-year-old was killed earlier today. In relation to where it is in town, obviously the lake.
From EMS, ticket at City Winery at Riverwalk. Ambulance 28, return to quarters.
Say that again? Squad, you're breaking up.
Sorry about that. EMS ticket at City Winery on the Riverwalk at 11 West Riverwalk. Ambulance 28, return to quarters.
The nature of the call real quick.
Really old. Can you slide up to 55 in Linder and see if there's still this male mechanic that's standing in the middle of the street? Wearing a blue.
On a boat, but it's docked.
They didn't find anybody?
Ambulance 28, return to quarters.
Go ahead, code it.
10-4.
Code it. Code it 19, Paul. That means they're going to give it a disposition.
15527.
Where else you going?
151 north face, the person down.
That's where you're clear from that one down, and now where else you going now?
I'm nowhere. I'm clear. Everyone's clear.
151 North State. Kind of quiet. Usually. I mean, it's early. It's only 10:15 local time, Chicago time. So it's still early. We have a long night in front of us. I'm going to go as long as there's something going on.
5214, David.
Well, it doesn't seem like there is anything going on.
5214, David.
Could I pull in a van for platform check and Clark and Division?
Clark Division downtown. That officer is just putting into dispatch where she's going to be stationed.
300 with no plate, take off on him eastbound Archer from Sacramento. Boy, are you guys?
There's a red anarchy symbol in the rear window.
That's interesting. That may end up playing out in something.
Are you guys still behind it?
No, we lost it. It continued north, or east on Archer.
Oh, lost him.
Alright, continued eastbound on Archer. It is missing the rear bumper with the red anarchy symbol on the back. Again, no plate, Chrysler 300 eastbound on Archer from Sacramento. They are no longer behind us.
You're from Seattle. We're looking at Mount Sinai Hospital. It's actually a very good hospital. A lot of gunshot victims get taken here. This is Chicago has some excellent medical, and they become very good at what they do because they have so much practice with it.
Alright, further you're coding out some loud music, 55 in Austin, 56 in Karlov, also have 59 in Troy, and 8125 seating. None of them want to speak police.
Hey, 12, how old is the 55 in Austin?
Okay.
It hit the board
Okay.
at 21:52 hours.
And it's probably a Duke, because I was just there at 5560 I think it was, for loud music, and I already talked to the owner.
Alright, so far I got rid of it. Thank you.
I am going to switch over here a second, and I'm going to pop on some headphones because I want to check my audio levels. This will take un moment. You may hear some popping on the microphone. I don't need it that close. Let's bring back in Zone 4 as well.
But you notified the Marine unit? Yeah, they've been notified.
Kind of quiet. We'll take it for now. We'd like to hear a little something. We'd like to hear something go on, but for right now, it's a little quiet.
724. Ambulance 14 said the patient is uncooperative at 6
And 162, David, looks like the details of follow still coming in. Said they're going southwest towards Pearl Harbor.
Let me do this.
And Marine Headquarters Unit 2 is being dispatched to this call from Monroe Harbor. Alright.
That's interesting. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. you in here okay? This one? $18.83. Joe, $18.83. Let me know in the chat again if you can hear me okay. I can hear myself through the headphones. That's no problem. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm breaking up. Hideous Jack, you tell me I'm breaking up? Is it? Hey Jack, hang on a second. I'm gonna unplug the headphones and see if you're hearing any echo. I'm gonna dump the headphones, and I'm just doing a little experimentation. I usually have to wear the headphones when guests are on, so I can hear them clearly, and they can hear me clearly, and I don't get any echo. But I'm gonna try the display audio. Can you hear me okay, Jack, or is it just the scanner that sounds bad? Or am I breaking up? It's probably me. My microphone's a little shaky. I don't know why. Jammo. We gotta get something going tonight. Pretty quiet. At Zone 4, Zone 6, let's throw in West Side too. Just to see. Just to see. Just to see.
Hey, 162 David, also got confirmation. Department and routes to assist as well. The vendor is going from the Royal Harbor now. The caller is...
Can you read out the call over?
Zone 10 is brutal. Zone 10 is just a bad radio. It's always been that way. As long as I can remember. I've been listening to this thing listening to scanners for 20 years, and Zone 10 has always been bad. Yeah, we talked about that. Let's see if there's anything new going on here. I'll see if someone spotted something that we didn't. Oopsie. Five minutes ago, we had a distress call. Marine distress call on Monroe Harbor. Two people in boats are doing something. Two people in boats are threatening each other. That's interesting. So let's take a look at Monroe Harbor. Monroe, there we go. Monroe Harbor. Right near Buckingham Fountain. If anyone has ever seen Married with Children, this may look familiar to you. Right there. That's the opening scene of Married with Children. The opening of it. So anyhow, there, and I'm climbing around, there was a battle here. Somebody fighting, threatening each other in the harbor. It's Monroe Harbor down here. Somebody's threatening someone down there. Sounds relative. that's really the only thing that's kicked off in the last hour or so, which is a bit surprising, because I thought we would have, I just thought there'd be, oh, here we go. Shots fired, 8 rounds heard at 4445 West Maple. This was just seconds ago, so let's go there. Okay, why am I not hearing
Drive
you?
in Garfield with a black Honda CRV with baby in the back. 5-year-old female wearing a yellow shirt or shirt. The plate on it is Charlie Union 21924. Again, Charlie Union 21924. The offender's a male black. Wearing a mask with a white shirt.
445.
Southbound on scene. And it just hit the board at 22
445 West Maple,
The
right here.
caller is in a gold Grand Prix.
Let's double check. We had
Yes, they flag somebody else down.
8 rounds right here, probably in this vacant lot.
Boat accident with property damage.
And now I want you to play, I want to play some recorded audio. Take a listen to this. Evidence technicians from about 5 minutes ago.
Units in Florence citywide. We're getting a call for shots fired 106 in Bentley. A couple calls on it. They said they heard over 100 shots fired. Nothing further. Zone 8 clear.
So this is 106 in Bentley on the south side. They heard over 100 shots fired. I don't know if you're able to hear that. It was very difficult to hear that evidence technician. So there were over 100 shots fired at 106 in Bentley. One of these days I'm going to have a contest. Guess how many shots are fired. I don't know how we would be able to say whether or not you're correct or over under. You know, we would set the over under at like 1,000. And you have to determine over under. And then we'll have a prize for that. So that's something I'm working on. That'll be an exciting little aspect to add to. Let's go down on the street here. 4445 West Maple. There were 8 rounds that were picked up here. Probably in this lot. Let's take a look in the corner. Because let's look for a shot spotter. Usually we can find these shot spotters somewhere in the area. I don't see one around here. Shot spotter technology is pretty darn good. It can detect, usually they're up on lampposts, street lights. Sometimes they have their own individual posts. Usually where we find a shots fired call, we can usually find one. I don't see one right here. Anyhow, 4445 Maple, we have 8 rounds right here. Let's go to 106th and Bensley. I don't think we've ever been in this neighborhood before. Now this was 5 minutes ago. The Maple one was just a minute or so ago. Let's just hover here and see if anything pops up on the scanner. 100 shots is, I don't know about you, but it's quite a bit. That would probably...
312-565-0758. That land unit makes contact with that boat owner. Have them call conservation police, and they can make a report to them.
That's reference to back to the Monroe Harbor incident from around. That was about an hour ago.
So they're responding to both, pretty much. What you're saying, 1822 is going to be taken care of by conservation for that Monroe Harbor job, and then the other one also as well.
Yep. That was the Monroe Harbor problem.
Yes. So they're going to have to, when that land unit, whatever B-car is responding to the property damage on that boat, have them call the conservation police, and they can make out a report.
Okay, 10-4. Hey, 1822.
So we're looking at now 106.
Actually, 162, David.
We went to this area. There was a report of 100 shots fired here.
Hey, 162, David. Take a disregard. It's going to go to the 2nd district. It's going to be handled by conservation police as well.
So we're going to hang around here for...
$1832.
I find that annoying.
1832, we copy.
Let's kill that. Let's see if there's anything new going on. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? It took quiet. 6, 4, and 12. There's we just heard on the radio. She was sort of incident. So Spot is spot on. He listens to these scanners and tweets in real time. Fascinating guy. Does a very, very good job at this. He helps me out a lot with the stuff. Little does he know. So if you want a good follow on Twitter, it's Spot News. We have Zone 12, Zone 6, Zone 4, and we have a big fat zone on right now.
And the 8-1 is the mental health disturbance at Roseville.
Pardon me?
Anxiety also needs to go to Hartgrove. Has been homeless and is not doing well. So if you need to go to Hartgrove, call out PTSD, no weapons, not violent, he's not suicidal. Requesting CFD is requesting CPD to respond. First district zone 4 station clear.
Crisis intervention team. Officers that are strictly trained for handling citizens in crisis or distress. Mental health specialists, essentially police officers, are taking the requisite training to be CIT officers. A lot of officers do not want that job because it's another layer of problems that they can run into. There's not a lot of support for Chicago police officers in Chicago. A lot of them are leaving, a lot of them are retiring. They're having a very difficult time recruiting.
A110.
No one really wants the job anymore. Doesn't pay very well. Doesn't offer a great future. It's very, very, very political. Everything is politics in the Chicago Police Department.
120.
Everything.
20. Okay, per my partner, this is going to be a repeat caller. Assault in progress in Michigan and Washington, a Miss Cox.
Miss Cox? Miss Cox? Miss Cox was assaulted.
Says she's being threatened by vendors. Male was wearing glasses, green shirt, black pants, an ice cream truck. And the other male was wearing all black clothes, nothing further.
Repeat caller.
Unison 25 in City Wagon, that's a progress coming in at 5201 West North Avenue. That's a J&J Fish. Caller states a female customer is threatening her, saying that she has a weapon but hasn't displayed one. Looking for a female black wearing a hat and black and a black sock shirt. No weapon seen, no further. 25th District, zone 12 clear.
712.
712.
Good morning. Hold us down on a follow-up. Gonna be a minute.
And it's 741.
The first shift always says good morning, even though locally it's 10:30 at night.
1032.
To them, it's morning.
Name for the caller?
813 First Watch, do you guys have radios yet? 813 First Watch.
832, the owner is a Jamal. Your caller is an Alexander. We have his phone number as well.
10-4, I'll see if I can make contact with them.
10-4.
Henry 142. Good morning. If we have a 13
Henry
on First Watch,
142.
can you have them log in as X-ray, please?
Squad, were you going to send the paper card for this gentleman that was robbery from Grand and Lake that happened at about 8:20, 8:30?
Looked up the location. There's nothing at Grand and Lake. Sorry, we had those Marine calls right now. But yeah, I looked up the location. I didn't see anything on Grand. Was he sure he was on Grand, or was he at a different station?
Squad, the call came out. We heard it. It was on Grand and Lake, and it happened at about 8:30 p.m. It was about 7 guys that jumped him. I think there was males and females.
Okay, 10-4. That's going to be the robbery that occurred. It was about 7 and, the details said it was 7 and 3. And it was at 128 South on State, Red Line, Adams.
Correct. So he is now on State and Randolph. What would you like us to do?
You have to wait for a paper car. 112. Disregard.
Okay, that just sounds like a mess to me.
Okay, disregard. We'll just change the location, and when we get a paper car up, we'll send one out there. If you could have them hold on over there.
10-4.
7301 Sam.
7301 Sam.
Yes, well, the car that was robbed at 128 South on Grand or Adams. The unit that's with the victim. Can you tell us, was he on the train, or was he on the mezzanine, or was he on the platform at one of those stops?
Henry 142. Henry 142.
Nothing happening there right now. We're gonna get out of here. This is where we had a call earlier from the evidence technician of 100 shots fired at 106th and Bensley. We saw him. We know none, and we're gonna move on. Just giving you a kind of a relationship shot as to where we were on the far south side versus downtown. We're listening to Zone 6 and Zone 4. Both. Why is this not moving? Zone 6, 4. These are the zones seem to have quite a bit of action. This is Zone 4. Downtown. Zone 6 is north. That's going to be more southwest side. What I'll do is move it here. This is off the screen. This is Zone 6 back down here more.
My partner is a repeat caller. Assault in progress at Michigan and
We'll
Washington.
sit on those two and see what goes on.
Threatened by some vendors. Male was wearing glasses, green shirt, black pants, had an ice cream truck. Another male was wearing all black clothes.
Ice cream truck.
724. 724. Two charges of burglary in progress, please. 1516 West 73rd Place. The owner is in the hospital. Got third-party information from a neighbor. Said somebody was trying to break into the house. There's
102 Sam.
Nothing further.
102 Sam?
Yeah, 102 Sam at Jefferson and Polk. They're starting to gather for drag racing. You got cameras out over there?
Jefferson and Polk. That is the,
Camera.
look at that. That is going to be the west loop. Let's go and see what's going on here.
Here's Box Houston 18, a domestic disturbance at 840 North on Lakeshore Drive. Jayla's calling for Jayla. Details of follow coming in.
Jefferson and Polk cars are gathering for drag racing. It's not drag racing the way you would think drag racing is. I'm going to try to double back and see if you can see this video, run this video. But it is essentially a group gathers. They put a bunch of stuff in the middle of the street, they set it on fire, and they do the drift around it, and everybody live streams. It's what modern day drag is. A little different than I remember. This here on your screen right now, the lower right hand corner, URC code, Uniform Crime Reporting Code 0110 is first degree murder. We are at the scene earlier, 2656 South Trip. We saw that scene, and this is just Spot News reporting that it was in fact a murder. Some of these are a little bit older. This was got dark. Nothing really all that interesting. This one I thought was interesting. Let's listen to this.
Unit 6, citywide presence with the gun, 83rd and Vincennes, 83 and Vincennes. A male Christian openly carries an AK-47. He is between 83rd and 84th and Vincennes. He's a male, black, about 5'5".
At this time?
Further. Unit 6.
That was see, that was about 3 o'clock. So nothing ever. Just walking down the street with an AK. This is going back in the lower right hand corner. This ambulance is from that shooting the video that we watched earlier. 26 shots dead, and that was as of 8 hours ago. We're probably up to 6, probably well over 30 shot. This was yesterday. As you can see, spots all over it. His tagline is, which is always funny. He has a pin tweet. You do some dumb in public. Your neighbor sees you, calls 911. They broadcast it on scanner, and he tweets it. We've got one hot off the press. 36 seconds ago, we have 7 rounds. Wondering this. They don't have zone. That's dumb. We have 6 rounds, whereas it's 7 rounds at 6541 South Kedzie. We're gonna go there. 6541. 541 South Kedzie, we have 7 rounds. Shots fired, 7 rounds. So let's hit.
Yoda, do you know who it is? Base 3127.
And see what we see.
47.
41 right here. Oh, my house. Child daycare center. 7 rounds were heard here. But that doesn't mean it occurred there.
1832, semi 133.
I'm looking for shot fire, so I can tell you what one of them looks like.
199.
Hey, there's one right there.
A little bit late, so you're going to need to give him a minute.
10.
Let's go.
And 110 or
Right here.
120.
I believe. No, it's not. I thought it was, but it's not. They're usually at traffic light intersections. Let's go back down here. Sometimes they're mounted on the pole, sometimes they're mounted on wings. No shots fired here. Anyhow, right here, there were 7 rounds fired. This was about a minute ago. Let's see, we'll hang out here, we'll see how this plays out. That should be zone 6. Yep, we got zone 6 up. Ooh, focus on zone 6.
Yeah, helicopter, Hilo base unit. It was, they wanted to be called for that carjack Toyota. We got a phone number for you when you're ready. You ready?
831.
Hey, 1831, you guys got a code for that Kinsey job?
17 boy.
4.
160, I'm ready for that number.
10-4, sir. It's at 312-747-1376. Again, that's 312-747-1376.
Thanks.
We had. Oh, let's double check this. We had, about 3 minutes ago, we had 7 rounds. Shots fired determined that 7 rounds were fired here. 7541 South Kedzie.
7514 Frank.
Hey, can I get a street stop here at the Plains on Monroe? I'm all good.
7514 Frank, this line's Monroe on a street stop, 10-4.
So far, no follow up there. We haven't heard anything. We're going to stay with zone 6 for a minute, see what happens here. If not, we will move on. We'll chase something else. We cover the entire city, south side, west side. There is no east side. Northwest side, on occasion, not that often in downtown. So you can think of the city as in, say, 4 distinct areas. Northwest side, west side, southwest side. Southwest side will include, obviously, the south side. The northwest side will include the north side, and then the downtown area. They're subdivided more in depth than that, but those are the main zones that we listen to, that we follow. we cover. I can pop on some more zones and see if we're missing anything. Zone 10 is just a bad radio. I know I complain about it all the time, and I'll not be happy when I'll be happy when it all goes. I think this was what Hideous Jack was commenting on earlier.
Going southbound, no further zone 2 clear. And from 1619 West Morris Mill, Hispanic, 5'5", 160 pounds, blue shirt, blue pants, black hair. Went westbound from this location, wanted for Dunbath.
That's interesting.
Is the air clear?
The air is clear.
Clear.
2432.
2432.
2432.
My victim, I did that earlier today. He made a report. In contact with the boat owner, call the conservation police, but nobody was answering. Do you show any RD generated for 14?
Boat owner, did conservation police, no one's answering 10-4.
West Fargo, earlier today, possibly around 11 a.m. or...
Too much overlap. It's just information stuff going around. Nothing else. Yeah, let's get out of Cassie. Nothing right here. Nothing played out. Nothing happened.
111.
Oh, it's the wrong way. Give you a for a second. Oh, shit. Between
120
downtown
or 110.
and... We're on this downtown.
And the vehicle in 1.
This is downtown, and this is...
EMS ticket, Idaho Wells in Michigan, at Congress Plaza. CTA was calling, said ambulance 41 went to Northwestern.
Yeah, I did to them.
10-4.
7514.
7514 Frank.
What was my other number?
North.
Yeah, 7 minutes ago now, it's with shots fired.
Yep.
Shots fired.
Related to a police emergency event request, event number 15606. CPD can disregard the tolls on the scene.
We're still at 6541 South Casey. We're hovering over.
19 dude.
Show you the relationship between the southwest side and downtown. It's quite a ways away as the crow flies. And that was Jefferson and Taylor. We were looking at drag races that were starting to gather. Nothing came of that. Anybody in the chat, if you want to drop a chat in, that would be very helpful. And also, for whatever reason, the software that I use, the software that
Let me just log in real quick.
the software I use doesn't allow me to hear what's actually being broadcast. So it's very helpful if you could put a comment in the chat that would tell me if the audio is okay. Earlier we had Hideous Jack say that it was breaking up. That could have been the scanner itself. I want to know if it's me or the scanner. If it's something I can fix, I want to fix it. So if you drop something in the chat about the audio, that would be much, much, much appreciated.
Go ahead and try now. Good morning.
Good morning. Also, if you could like, subscribe, ring the bell, ring that little bell, not the clown, drop a comment in the chat. Anything that you can do that would help out the channel would be much, much, much appreciated. We try to do this every Friday and Saturday night. We usually start at 10 o'clock Chicago time.
1813.
Can you show me an 1811 on tows, and can we get a number for a traffic mission?
So 1813, you and 11 are going to be on tows, and a number for traffic mission 10.
And we do this live stream, obviously. We do it as it happens. We listen to the scanner. We follow along on Google Earth.
7140.
We follow along on Twitter.
7140.
We have video that correlates to some of the incidents that
7140.
occur.
142, Henry 142 is going to assist the victim to the 1st district to do the paper. He's been waiting for about 2 hours himself, so they're gonna go drop him off at the first district.
There's 10-4, load in the ticket.
Probably not good.
And 102.
Where do you get out of South? We're gonna head back down.
1823.
23.
We're going to head around.
1823, take a look at a domestic disturbance. This is going to be
This area in here, where the autos cars will go through drag race, or as they do. Currently, they circle. They circle. They set something in the middle. People stand in there, and everybody tries not to get and live stream. So they can live stream nonsense, and we'll live stream.
Go 1813, third watch.
Want me clear for time?
1831. 1831 is 1831 is going to be animal abuse call. Erie and LaSalle. For that ticket, we got a plate, PDX 3078, who was related to this job. This was a great Toyota Camry with plate with the dog inside of the car. No air was circulating and fire wasn't around.
I am looking for interesting new video. There is nothing so far. This is old stuff. We saw this one earlier. The plane landed in the middle of the street in Libertyville and northwest side. Northwest suburb of Chicago.
1833.
Appaloosa was nice.
1833, I'm going to take you over to the south sector. Keys right check out a battery in progress at Fullerton Parkway and Lakeshore. For this job, there's quite a bit in there.
We have a moment here. We're trying to get caught up. Lollapalooza was a week ago, and this is a pretty common sight. Hundreds and hundreds of motorcycles leaning into the city. If you live downtown, you have to deal with this all summer long. This can be a real burden. Hundreds of motorcycles. This is a Friday and Saturday night weekly occurrence in the city. I have it. I'm a big fan. He gets some really good video. This was a structural fire that occurred. He was on the scene of it. He was on the southwest side. Home caught on fire. He was able to get some pretty good video with us a few days ago. It's actually 4 or 5 days ago. It's a pretty good fire. This is in the neighborhood that we are always looking at on the southwest side. That's a pretty good structure. And this is from Lee Fat Abbott. Lee Fat Abbott on Twitter. Really good follow. He has some interesting video. This is around a little bit of commentary, but mostly it's a video like this. You can jump on him with the video. By the way, on occasion. Good guy. Gets really good video. Works really hard. Good cracking rate. Firefighters getting some water on there. When it gets full like this, I like to circle back and see. I want to show you an example of what we're talking about when we see red racing in Chicago. You'll probably see it at the very bottom. let's take a look at this. This is what is considered drag racing in Chicago. You can make up your own mind as to this. When they were talking about those cars that were gathering on the West Loop, this is what they're gathering for. It's not actually drag racing as far as the way it's traditionally thought of. Here's another one, the same thing. This is a constant occurrence in Chicago every weekend. And this is what happens. Hopefully, the police are on the perimeter of this. Nothing will happen. No tickets. Vehicles not confiscated. No one arrested. Regardless of what happens. Fireworks. The police will just stand by, make sure no one gets killed, and then away we go. Here's the same day. Car fire now. Let's kind of go through these videos and I can as we look at them. It's kind of neat, right? If you're cruising by on the L, watch car fire. It's kind of amusing. Not for the guy who's got on fire though. That would really suck. Nothing new there. Gobbledygook. Well, this is from a week ago.
Could you hit the head up phone 4 and have one run a pair of shackles over to the main this prisoner that we have here is
He's looking for shackles mean more than just cuffs. They want to disable them so they get them around the wrists and then tie those things in there. And you're basically hobbling them. And the fan cruising around 71st and Damon about 5 days ago, stumbled across an accident. He looks to scanners wide, travels around, and he gets there in time. He gets some good video out of it. This is a controversial topic in Chicago. Let's listen to the scanner, and
driving up and down, so. You mean they don't stop for the police? I'm shocked.
That is TGD, the dispatcher. That's who made that comment. I'm shocked. What the dispatcher is referring to is the fact that you cannot chase. You cannot give chase as a member of the police department. So, if certain crimes you can, a lot of crimes you can't. So if you want to pull someone over for a speeding ticket or a moving violation or equipment violation or sticker plate, whatever it is, if you take off, they can't follow you. They can't chase you. So it's become quite controversial in Chicago. Last week they actually called off cops had witnessed a shooting from a moving vehicle. They gave chase and they actually called off the chase. It's been a big problem in Chicago. It's been a big problem. Here's another take.
Just took off from us. It's headed northbound at about 7 miles an hour down the Wabash, turning east on Cullerton.
Wow.
And for northbound, now 7 miles per hour, turning east on turning east on Fullerton.
And if that's what you want to add on, if that was a registered owner, is the deal coming back expired on that?
That is a kind of a reality. 4 shots fired at Sentinel Park. It's kind of a smart alecky comment. If you just pull away and leave, which is astonishing, absolutely astonishing. GoCitizen.com. I don't know if you, the Citizen app, I don't know if you're aware of that. I would take a look at that if you have any interest in following me. Or if you live in a big city, you want to keep yourself safe. Citizen, it's a really good app on your phone. It shows you where crimes have occurred in the area at any given time. And it's a really good app to have because it allows you to track crime in real time. It also has a feature on it. This is not a paid endorsement. It's the technology that I use. You can actually, you're by yourself. You can call in the Citizen app and they'll put someone online that will stand in line with you as you walk home. And this person is actively monitoring your progress and keeping an eye on crime that has occurred in that area. Very interesting. A little bit blurry for my taste, but nonetheless. A good answer for some people. Let's go around here and let's get back to 126. And we make 11 and 10.
123.
There we go.
123, so going to Solidarity.
23 on Solidarity, 10 4.
Alright, 25, it means you're going to be down.
It's still pending for the use of one of the backlog assaults with Green Line, State and Lake, number 1 Parker, Wabash and Randolph, burglary report, 320 northbound Michigan. Domestic disturbance is stated not to be criminal trespass in progress on the red line. Stand by for 23.
23, I have an auto PD 59 in Troy. Supposed to be 3 vehicles. Caller didn't know if they were drivable. If they are, see if you can send them into the station for a report. And then I'm also going to stack you with the Auto. No, I can't set 59 Albany.
Submit white light, blue shorts, walk in the station. No more.
Very good. I've got my 4 non-free hairs left.
Can you log off 725?
Once I go like this, I go like that, I'm okay.
Log off
I usually don't wear hats. I like to wear a hat when I do this.
863.
Covers my, it makes my head look less
Person with a gun on 34th Street.
34th Street, person with a gun.
Fine. Forest on the back. Take 3, do you have one of your people with you?
I do not, but I'm not too far from there.
Jefferson, look where they go. 1 minute ago, we were just talking about this. We were just showing some video of that.
Alright, for the air, 863 is ready on this person with a gun, 3713 West 85th Street on 34th Street. Ex-boyfriend Savette Johnson, female black, bald head, gray shirt, gray pants, is in a white car, has the gun. I have nothing further.
Jefferson Polk, we just saw. They're doing it here too. Drinking and eating burnout, so they're doing those circular things. So that's what's occurring here right now. Person with a gun. On the side will keep it here in the mask and see what shakes out there. But right now we have our usual doing donuts in the middle of the intersection. They'll pick intersections. I don't know why they pick them or how they pick them. They'll pick an intersection, everybody gathers. They do their burnouts, a couple of cops go up, and they just like herding cats. This is interesting because it's really... It is sort of a, it's commercial industrial area. so it's a little less populated. I think they'll probably let them play here. If you can hear these in a certain area and let the cats play there, there's a lot of other areas that might be, they really do care. Drinking and doing burnouts. Bravo. Here I go. There I am. I'm gonna go for another half hour to 45 minutes. We'll cut this down just before 12. It's a little harder than I thought it would be tonight. And we'll wrap it around probably 45 minutes. Or 45 minutes. Around midnight. It's been a little bit quiet. I think there'll be a lot going on tonight. And then I will put together, like I did for this show, I'll put together a series of videos to kind of explain what happened over the week. We'll go to his neck and look at that. And see what the shots and kill totals are. For those people that don't know, HeyJackass.com, the website that everybody uses. It's the go-to for murder and mayhem in Chicago. They keep track of, consistently keep track of everything. There's Lollapalooza from the last weekend. If you like that kind of stuff, it was good. Rather than full. Nice. Construction. This was 120 Michigan. This is from last. Let us take a look at this video. That's 2 days, I'm sorry. Heard me, I'm not very smart. Let's see what this one's all about.
Some happen okay.
2 people shot at 123rd Michigan. Down the street with a bunch of cops on the street. We'll consider it being nosy. That's not...
What happened? So somebody did get shot.
There was 2 shots at 123rd Michigan. It was male. He shot in the right thigh 3 times and in the left punch.
What happened?
This was from 15 hours ago. This was 83rd Peoria. The man shot in both wrists. What happens? Rolling that one. Here's over to the face. You can just scroll through this and take this in for a second. I'm just gonna scroll through. And this is just the stuff that MJ or someone else has got a video on. And this is from, let's see, August 3rd. This is 2-3 days ago. And this is from a male shot in the back at 39th and Gladys. This is another one from the same day. 20 to 25-year-old shot in the back from the Grays Road to the face. This is from 15 hours ago. That was a male shot in both wrists. This was the one we saw earlier. So this is days ago. This is from yesterday. I'm not sure what. That's just somebody hit a pedestrian in Claremont. That's nothing new. This is from 2 days ago. This was shot at 100 and Emerald. So this is a constant stream of mayhem that occurs. This is just on a daily basis. And this There's so many that we don't have video of. And for whatever reason, people post them myself. I don't know where a lot of this goes. A lot of the stuff I don't want to see. I don't want to go to places where a lot of this stuff lives. First, you see this regular stream of this kind of mayhem. Here's another one where they're in the intersection. This is from the 31st, and this is a week ago. Doing donuts. We may have watched that one. That's the car from earlier. So let's go and see if anything is popping up there that we need. And why am I not hearing anything on the scanner? So before I go and see, there we go.
Alright, CCAS not starting up right now, but you can show us Jefferson and Taylor in position.
Jefferson and Taylor is where the cops are going to sit, because this is where, Jefferson, this is where they're doing donuts. Cops are going to sit a block away.
23. What kind of position?
Cops are going to sit up here, down here.
Exact address of this accident is going to be 3120 29th Street, and I know,
Anybody 6 minutes, I can assist 823 on this auto accident. 59 in Troy, basically.
Anybody, please drop something in the chat to let me know how the audio is, to make sure that the audio is clear and stop breaking up the mic. And if you can also hear the, okay, that would be much appreciated. Maybe a little shout out, put your on the screen.
Alright, can you stop at 23 jump first on the way to your, right down the block? He's at 59 in Troy. Thank you. Alright, 823, 15's coming.
35, 50, 14. Number 43, sir.
Numbers 16752, 16752.
They're getting an event number and RD number. That's just the rep number for the event or the incident that they responded to. This is where the donut drivers were making their circles here. And this is where the cops were sitting. They're going to sit about a block. We're going to Jefferson and Taylor. We heard them calling, and that's where they're going to be. And this is where they're
Today we're getting multiple tickets of the drag racers, of course.
Yep.
40, 4,000 on the 4300 South Pulaski.
40 South Pulaski.
6-2, can I put on anonymous music disturbances?
Yeah, no, man.
I'll look at 4300 South Pulaski. Show you something.
621 coding stuff. There's a suspicious auto. 1100 South.
this Illinois, playing in my box, David Adam 40131. There's a total of 3 cars involved.
300 South Street, we're having more drag. It's one of the things that you. And I don't know if we'll be able to hear.
That one is not one of them wanted.
You're seeing lots. I just.
Okay, can you add one to the box? And how about this?
Drag race.
John
Yeah.
872.
I love this area. I don't know why.
64 vehicle involved.
Well, let's do this. That's why it might be good access. Right in here. Hold on. Like this area. That kind of not.
771 going.
It's a large crowd. It's an older crowd in there. It's not in the street. It looks like different house parts.
Great, 10-4. Alright, just for the Air 7100 block of Eggleston, it's a larger, older crowd. It looks like it's different house parties, but they are not in the street. And then 162, can I get a quote for this accident to going to the station?
Yeah,
Old people getting rowdy.
Henry 140.
Henry 140.
But 142 is back on the post, and you can show myself and 142 clear.
sorry, Henry Wolf, am I giving that? 833.
Police, this is Victor of the 1st District.
10-4, am I 19 calling this, or?
The victim was...
Victim was... And? We would look in.
I'll read them all, guys. First one, give me David John, 87365.
Dropped off a citizen.
Boy King, 2309.
Robbery. Are you guys going to put the paper on there?
Let's poke around a little bit. We have a quiet night. Let's go 10, 11, 12. 10's west side, 11, 12 south, north south side. We're southeast-ish. And 26. Shit, don't say. 10 is just freaking... Hey, let's do it. It wouldn't be so bad if it was me, but when I'm broadcasting this stuff, you hear it, there really is. Because that's all part of the adventure.
2463. Feel that shot fired in my back as well.
2463, 10-4.
There's a few things in Northwest. This is a good follow, too. 16th and 17th Public Police is a guy that does the same thing that Hot News does. He covers this 16th, 17th, Northwest side.
Units in 24 and out of citywide battery in progress 7201 North Clark, 7201 North Clark at mobile. This is a silver Fiesta with two male blacks, a female black driver. They're intoxicated. One is wearing a colored tank top shorts with a belt in hand. The other one bald in a red top. They're fighting, and says the vehicle has collision damage. We don't know further info. 24 just on 11.
Finish morning. Fight. Fight number 1.
Thirty-three.
33.
Last rebound is now 40. Could I get even now to the place?
It's 16425.
Get slow. 6. Zone 4, zone 6 for right now.
Okay, 13, if you can take a ride around this Parker, just at the time, 1256 West Carmen, yellow Mini Cooper, black
We're down.
in the driveway.
People. Mission B. Where we're at right now, people knowing where they that's how my things got. Let's pass it out a little bit. And then we'll stop.
Back your door alarm. Charlie. And then I'm gonna need you to head north after that for.
Pretty much 750 for last gate door alarm. I'm not gonna go there. Look for the good stuff. Mayhem. It's a fun way to look at the world. We are about 2 hours into it.
on 2554 Henry, go to
Let's bring the scanner back up.
Okay.
See if we have.
I'm going to call it quick. We appreciate everyone who joined us. We had a couple of night chats. We had basically no murder and mayhem. It was going over some things that had happened over the last couple days, and I want to thank everybody for coming. I appreciate you stopping by. Join us next Friday at 9:30, somewhere around 10 and Chicago time. You can tell me it's not anymore. Thanks for everything.